So my wife and daughter have flown to Rome without me. They couldn't wait for me to finish my work commitments, so they've gone, leaving me with the dog. So I'm going to drive there, Canterbury to Rome. It's a long way. Done it before in the Kia e-Niro. That was a couple of years ago now. So I'm going to do it in the IONIQ 5, which is very exciting or terrifying, depending on your point of view. So, what have you got to do? There's so much to organise, isn't there? I've got the UK sticker stuck on the car. It's no longer GB, by the way, it's UK now. I've cleaned the solar panel for all that beautiful Italian sunshine. Vacuumed the car using V2L, vehicle to load, of course. I've taken my COVID test, it's important. And now I need to plan the journey. And this is the thing that, a lot of petrol heads are going to be watching this, and they'll say, oh God, yeah, electric cars, you've got to plan the journey. You don't have to plan the journey if you have a Tesla and perhaps a couple of other cars, I'm not sure, but for mine I've got to plan it a little bit beforehand, just for peace of mind really. I'm not going to leave it to chance. I need to get down to Italy as quick as possible. That's the plan. So it means I'm going to plan. So how do you plan? Here's my secret recipe. It's not really a secret, but you've got to use a better route planner. That's by far the best planning tool. Doesn't matter where you're going in the world with an electric car, a better route planner is brilliant. And it's free to use as well. Go to abetterrouteplanner.com or download the app, which is ABRP. You want to do that, and here's a planner route. So here's abetterrouteplanner.com. What you want to do is, well, first of all, you want to click up here. And I'm logged in at the moment, but you don't have to log in to do this. But what you do need to do is select your car model. So I've got a Hyundai IONIQ 5, Europe long range, all-wheel drive, done. And I'm departing with 100% because I've charged up. So that's that bit. And then you want to go to starting point of your trip. I've got the nearest pub selected because I can't be bothered to blur out my address. So we're going to Marina di Cervetri. And I'm stopping off in France at a hotel, Campanile Findrol. I'm not going to try and say that. I sounded Russian then, didn't I? And now that has a charger. So you can click on this little edit button. And you can say charge 7 kilowatts to 100%. And then that's all there is to it. So just press this little button down here. And here we go. So that's the route it's telling me to take. So going on the Eurotunnel, that's booked for tomorrow, and then stopping at IONITY in France. Well, several IONITYs in France. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 IONITYs, all in France, and then another IONITY in Italy, and then the Audi garage, and another IONITY, and then another couple of chargers here. These are Enel X chargers. And so that's the map. That's what I've got to do. Now this tells me, I mean, it's very detailed. It tells you how much percentage you can expect to have when you get there. So for instance, at this IONITY here, it's telling me 33% I'll get there with. But I find that it's quite conservative, and I usually find I do better than this says. But that tells me I'm going to charge for 16 minutes. And to be honest, I'll be there longer because I've got to walk the dog. I'll have to eat something probably. So, I'm going to be there a bit longer. So that'll probably charge up even more, so like 90% or something. And then I could probably skip that charger and go to another. So this is not set in concrete. And you've just got to use it as a rough guide really, and just kind of go with the flow a little bit. But that's how you do it. If you want to be really accurate and fancy, what you can do is go up here and you can say your departure. So my departure is going to be tomorrow, and I'm going to leave at 6 a.m. And I'm going to go down to this hotel, and I'm going to say, I'm going to leave there at I'm going to leave Thursday morning at 8 a.m. So if we do that again, then it will tell you the exact times, which would be quite nice. There we go. Okay, so that's the exact time. So it means that I'm going to get, my lunch time is probably going to be this Champfleury charger in France. So if I click that, where's that? There. So how many chargers are we looking at? We're looking at 10 chargers to get down there. But none of them are particularly long, and to be honest, my bladder being how it is, I'm going to welcome each of those charges. And in fact, to be honest, I'm probably going to want to stop before I get to a charger. So I'm not sure how that's going to work and what time I'm going to get there, but I should get to the hotel. This says I should get to the hotel about 7:06 in the evening, but it's going to be later than that because these things always take longer than you think they're going to. So I would be amazed if I got there before 9 o'clock. But hey, we'll see. That's when you're planning the route. But what if you are kind of out and about and you just want to find a charger? Well, for that, you want to go to plugshare.com. And again, this is worldwide. It says search for a charging location here. So if I just go to that hotel in France, for instance, you can see that hotel charger is there. But if I zoom out a bit, we'll see if there are any more chargers in that area. These green ones are actually slow chargers. These ones here, the orange ones, are rapid chargers. And if you click on one, you can get the reviews for it because people use this. Oh, so, okay. Well, the last person said they couldn't use it because it was blocked by a truck. But look, even if I can't recharge at the hotel, there's, I think, an IONITY charger, isn't there? Just here? Yeah. Where it would charge super fast anyway. So I'm not even slightly worried. Even if I can't charge there are no concerns for me. And as you can see, I mean, if you zoom out, there are a lot of orange chargers. I mean, look at all these. Look at them all. Look. It's crazy, isn't it? So I'm not concerned. Charging these days is actually, and I hope I'm not jinxing anything, but charging these days is pretty easy. Pretty much wherever you are. Unless you're like really in the middle of nowhere. But if you're along a main road, then it's not too bad, is it? Once you've got the map planned in a better route planner, you can go to the share button and you can open it in Google Maps, which is great, or export to Excel, or add to a calendar, or share the link with someone else. So if you click on open in Google Maps, for instance, then you'll see it pops up like that with all the waypoints already set for you. So that's the plan. And the reason it's shown me a lot of IONITY chargers is because I've actually got it set as a preferential charger. And the reason is because I've had difficulties with IONITY in the past, but not in Europe. Actually, the ones in England I've found to be a little more unreliable, but the ones in Europe were really good because I use them a lot with the e-Niro. So IONITY is really good because their chargers go up to 350 kilowatts. That's as fast as you can get for a charger. So the IONIQ 5 will take maximum speed provided the battery is warm enough, and it should be because the weather's going to be quite good. But if you want to set whether a charger is preferred or not, you can do that in a better route planner. You can click on a charger, go to actions, and you can click on prefer or avoid IONITY. So I've got that set to prefer. And the other reason, beyond the fact that it just charges so fast, the other reason I've got IONITY as a preferable one is because I get the charge very cheap. It's only 25 pence per kilowatt hour, which is actually, amazingly, it's cheaper than my home electricity in peak hours. Isn't that crazy? So it's actually really convenient to charge at IONITY. And that's the other reason why I'll be going there. And to activate the charge, because that's the other thing people talk about, it's not quite as easy, I would say, in Europe, as far as I'm aware anyway. It may have changed. You can't just use your normal debit or credit card in many of the chargers. You have to use what's called an RFID card or an app to start the charger. Now, the IONITY app, in my experience, the IONITY app has not been that great. And in fact, a lot of people you'll see standing around the IONITY chargers saying, oh, the app's not working, and all that sort of stuff. So I get 2 years of cheap charging with the Charge My Hyundai card. It's called the IONITY Premium Plan. So that's great. You get that with the IONIQ 5, but I get 2 years because I've got the special Project 45 one. But if you get an IONIQ 5 now, then you just get that for 1 year. But that's still pretty good. And if you do a lot of long distance journeys and you don't have a Tesla, then the IONITY network is actually really good, and it is Europe wide. So that's it. Well, we're all done, aren't we? That's the planning done. What I will do is just print out a sheet just of this plan as well, even though it's going to change. And once I'm driving, I've actually got a little thing plugs into the car, into what's called the OBD port, a little thing that plugs into that, and it's like a £25, I think, device, and you can link that with a better route planner, and that's going to get my exact battery percentage and then it's going to adjust my plan if it needs to accordingly. And it will also adjust my plan if chargers if they all magically become broken or something like that, or if it's really busy and it's just before Easter weekend. So it is going to be quite busy. If all the IONITY chargers get full up, then it will just reroute me to another one. So that's if I use a better route planner while I'm driving. But I don't tend to like doing that because I find that the navigation is not that great on it. So I'm going to use Waze probably. And I'll just check a better route planner probably when I stop. If you're wondering why we should use a better route planner in the first place, it's because the car sat-navs just aren't very good at taking into account the general topography, right? So if you're driving from one point to the next and there's a big mountain in the middle, the car isn't clever enough generally to know that that's going to be a problem. And of course, if you try and go up a hill, it's going to take a lot of your battery up, isn't it? So and also weather makes a big difference as well. If it's raining and if it's cold, there are things that impact the range. If it's pretty sunny and you don't have the air conditioning on, so if it's at that kind of right level like it is at spring right now, then I should find that it goes quite far. The range should be pretty good. So a better route planner takes all that into account, as does Tesla's sat-nav. Many others just don't do it. So that's why a better route planner is great to use as a rough guide, because you shouldn't really trust your car's sat-nav. It will give you a rough guide, but it's not very good generally. You also shouldn't trust the range that your car tells you, because mine is saying 228 miles, which is probably about right, but only because I've done motorway driving a lot recently. If I had done lots of city driving, then that would probably be saying more like 250 or something at the moment. And I wouldn't get 250 doing a motorway journey on that. So that's why you also shouldn't really trust your car's guessometer, it's called. That's what it's called, a guessometer. Also called a GOM. I'm going to say GOM a lot in this video, apologies in advance. Let's skip to the next morning when I'm going to be looking a little bit dishevelled and probably a bit tired. It's a beautiful morning. IONIQ 5 is ready. Let's go to Italy. Well, we're going to go to France today. So first stop is Eurotunnel. So we have 100% battery, 227 miles on the guessometer. That's the range there. So let's go. I had really grand intentions to get to Eurotunnel really early. Ooh, van in front is overtaking. Not a good place to overtake, mate. Can't see anything. So I'm going to get to Eurotunnel at 6:39, it's saying at the moment. It might be worse than that because I am stuck behind a very slow truck. At the moment, the motorway, the M20, is absolutely stacked with HGVs, like lorries. Apple Maps sent me to what was like the staff entrance or something. So obviously I'm not going to go in there. Google Maps, when I try that, I say go to Channel Tunnel, I can't find it. Go to Eurotunnel, can't find that. All just because the sat-nav is trying to avoid the M20, yeah, because it's stacked. And now I've got to go on the M20 anyway, and so I'm probably going to be a bit late. Things are going very well, aren't they? This is all because the M20 has turned into a lorry park. Absolute chaos, and it's not because of Brexit. Some chargers there. Lots of Tesla chargers, of course. Well, that's been eventful. So I'm not in France at the moment. I'm in Folkestone, parked outside of Vet. I was escorted off the Eurotunnel complex because they wouldn't let me through with baby. I tried to go through the pet passport check-in bit that they tell you to do, and baby's passport is an Italian passport. And we've looked at all the rules before going, and we thought it would be fine to have a rabies entry in an Italian passport, but they've told us no. Well, they told me no, because you can't have an English vet stamping in an Italian passport. A Brexit benefit there. So I've got to talk to a vet and get some sort of travel certificate, and it's a document that only lasts 1 month. And yeah, I think it costs about 250. And frankly, that's a lot of money, isn't it? It just seems like a waste of time, such a short trip. But it's a shame because I was looking forward to it. I'm all packed. Got the poor dog's in the car. Gone through the trauma of going through the pet check-in bit, shaking because she thought it was a vet probably. She could smell the scared urine of other dogs. So, I don't know, what a waste of time. The alarm kept going off because obviously Baby the dog is moving inside, and I was getting so frustrated. It looks like you can turn it off though. So if you go to convenience, advanced anti-theft, there we go. So unticking that means that Baby is not going to set off the car, because obviously if I park the car somewhere and I need to run in and pee or something, I don't want the alarm going off. So the vet is going to do the travel passport, the pet, what was it called? The pet certificate, travel certificate, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, so they're going to do that. But it's about 9:30 now. I think the earliest they can look at it is 10. And there are a couple of people ahead of me. Also with Eurotunnel issues as well, actually. So it's not just me. That's comforting. So I could be waiting a while. So I'm at Lower Lees Coastal Park in Folkestone, which is really beautiful, and it's a stunning day today. It's so calm. You can hear the birds tweeting. It's beautiful. So although it's been a stressful morning so far, you know, this is quite relaxing. So I'm just going to go to the cafe with Baby and get a coffee and just catch up on some work maybe, and then wait for the vet to call. Scoiattolo, Baby, scoiattolo. I'm now parked at Abywell Vets, and they've been fantastic, and they're checking over things, and they're producing this animal, what's it called, animal health certificate. So that's really good. £199, so that's not so good. And yes, I don't know what time I'll get to France yet. So the moment I've got this certificate, it said it takes about an hour, hopefully a little bit sooner. The moment I get that, I'm going to go over to Eurotunnel and just try and get the next train I can. So yeah, I'm not going to drive very far in France today. It's really annoying that it's kind of this trip has just been dragged over 3 days now, really. And I was able to cancel the hotel I had, so that's good. So always get refundable hotels on the day that you're actually going to travel. Otherwise that would have been a lot of wasted money. So yeah, really frustrating, all of this. I should have been stopping at the first charger in France by now, really. Well, probably the second charger by now. Baby's fine in the back, but yeah, an annoying situation. I was saying to the vet that they probably spend more time doing all this bureaucracy and admin now than they do looking after people's pets. And he said, yeah, it's definitely a problem, and they're a bit fed up with it, I think. Okay, so they've done the certificate, the pet health certificate thing, onto Eurotunnel now then. Hopefully I get to France at a sensible time. Baby, mangia, Baralle. So I'm on the train. I'm going to get the 1:20 train. It should have been the 7:20. So I'm obviously quite a lot behind, and I have to start looking for a hotel kind of before we start moving while I've still got internet access. So I'm going to charge at IONITY Baralle, I think it is, which was actually on the list anyway. Now this said I would get there with 28%. Well, I've got leaving Eurotunnel with 91%, and I've got 81%. So that means I should get to Baralle with 18%. And then, to be honest, after that, I don't know. I'm probably going to follow pretty much the same journey. This goes through France and then into Italy through Mont Blanc, or under Mont Blanc. I'm probably going to do the same, just because I'm not sure what the COVID rules are with going through, if I was going to go like up and like Belgium, Germany, or Switzerland and down. I'm not sure. So I'm going to stick with the plan, I think, and sort of stay in France as long as possible and then cut across. So that's the plan. It was really tight getting on the tunnel, and this time I was going up the ramp. So engage your parking sensors, I would recommend, otherwise you'll worry about scratching your bumper. But anyway, Baby the dog is good. I've not eaten yet, I'm starving, so I might do that in a minute. It's been a bit of a stressful day, but hopefully all the charging is easy from now on. You know, hopefully it's just this bit that's difficult and all the charging will be fine. Something that's cool, right? Because I'm in an electric car, you're supposed to turn off your engines if you're in a combustion engine car. You can engage, obviously, air conditioning, and you can have the car on, and you're not pumping out any fumes at the back, so that's great. So my dog can be nice and comfortable in the back. Good, okay, well I'm going to eat my sandwich and then get to France. Are you excited? I'm excited. The most fragile thing known to man is an Apple cable. These things break all the time. So I thought, okay, you know, I'll get something a little bit more hard wearing. I bought from Amazon these braided lightning plugs for the iPhone to plug into the car, but CarPlay keeps stopping. So my guess is these are cheap crap plugs. Right, time to plan the trip then. I think it's going to tell me to go through Switzerland. Which I don't really want to do, but it might just be that it's because the traffic is probably really bad at the moment. Yeah, there we go. It's telling me to go through Switzerland. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to charge at this first charger, so the Baralle, and then it's Baralle's up there. Okay, and then Champfleury. It's saying I'm going to get there at 7:30. So I think what I'll probably do is find a hotel in Champfleury or near there, which is Reims. Don't know how to. I'm terrible at French. I literally can't do anything in France other than say je voudrais. I think I would like. Is that right? It's shocking, really, but I was never very good at languages. I'm not very good at Italian either. I can just talk to the dog, really. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and find a hotel with a car charger around the Reims area. Reims, whatever.
The following alarm will sound. Followed by an evacuation announcement.
So really one of the first things you want to do when you're on the tunnel is change it from miles to kilometres. Well, or vice versa, depending on which way you're coming, of course. So if I go to settings, vehicle, I'll be amazed if I get this right first time. It's not under here, is it? No, it's not going to be on here. No, general units, there we go. Yeah, forget the last bit, I'll edit that out. Kilometres, and then we got energy consumption down here. Kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres is completely baffling, so I'm going to do that, which is like miles per kilowatt hour, which makes far more sense, surely, doesn't it? But that's kind of the default in Europe. So kilometres per kilowatt hour, that makes more sense to me. So all good. And because we're going to sunny places, let's have a look at the solar roof and just see. Okay, so that's how much I've generated so far. It's quite amazing, really. So since getting the car in September 2021, that's the free amount of energy I've had. So that's, when you think that my Leaf battery is 24 kilowatt hours, this is almost 33. So not bad, really. Free electricity, you know, from the sun. Not bad. So we'll see how much that goes up once we're in Italy, and and France is going to be sunny as well, I think. And we'll see if that fills up. Annoyingly, it doesn't actually tell you how much it's actually generating at the time, which is a bit of a shame. But hopefully, it will improve the consumption. In theory. My internet is not working, so I'm going to have to do it on the normal sat nav for the car, so hopefully that works alright. IONITY Baralle. There we go. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall be arriving shortly.
Okay, so we're here. So the next stop is Baralle, 184 kilometers away, and I've got 289. So I mean, I can easily make it. I could try and go further, but annoyingly, my mobile network is not working. I don't know why. So it's not like I can actually check anything. So I'll just have to go to Baralle. I'll need to pee by then anyway, so it's fine. I'm in France. Bonjour. That's all I can say. So obviously you just have to adjust to the other side of the road. The only problem with France is that the endless toll booths that you have to go through. I'm hoping it'll be okay because in this car it's a flat floor at the front and I can just easily glide across, which is nice. I didn't have that with the e-Niro. I had to kind of jump over the console thing, which is a pain. So I'm cruising along at what it was 130 kilometers an hour. Now it's 90. Now it changes automatically, so I'm on adaptive cruise control, and if you set the speed of the adaptive cruise control to the same speed the speed limit is, then it will keep to the speed limit and it will change it automatically when it sees that it changes. So that's quite cool. So it's just gone from 130 down to 90 and it's slowed me down automatically. So that's really cool. Yeah, nothing else to report really, other than I don't have any data, annoyingly. Because O2, my provider O2, they for some reason it never works. When I go to another country, I've got to change the APN from iData to mobile.O2. Anyway, I won't bore you with it, but if you're with O2 and you don't get any data on the other side, that might be why. It means I can't listen to my music, which is the worst thing. Don't know if I downloaded anything. I'm just going to be listening to French radio stations. Now we're approaching a toll booth. So now I can just scoot over. Brilliant. Wow. Oh. So there we go, mild concussion, but at least I could scoot across to the other side because of this beautiful flat floor car, which you can't do that in many other EVs other than the i3, I think. Can't think of any others right now. Right, so I'm going to stop just at this little stopping area. Just going to try and sort out my mobile data, otherwise I'm going to go crazy if I don't get that sorted. I really like these little French rest stops. Yeah, they're really nice. There are loads of them around. No facilities other than the toilet, but quite often that's all you want. Okay. That. Since it's here, I might as well go to the toilet. The anti-theft thing is still on. Settings. Vehicle, I think. Convenience. That. Don't know why it turns itself back on, but it was. So I just thought I would check a better route planner on CarPlay, just to see how I'm getting on. And it decided to, I think it's changed my destination. It's not taking me to the IONITY Baralle anymore. Just because I think the efficiency is better than it was predicting. It looks like it's rerouted me. It came up with this sign that said this plan is no longer viable, and then alternative routes. So I've clicked that. Problem is, it doesn't actually tell me where it's taking me to. I have no idea what the destination is, so I just have to trust it, really. Yeah, I'm at 40% battery, which is way better than it thought. I mean, based on what it was saying, I would have got here with 18%. So I've got 4.3 kilometers per kilowatt hour. I've got 131 kilometers on the GOM, on the gasometer, and I'm gonna plug in. If I go to dashboard, I want to see what the battery temperature is. So the maximum battery temperature is 20. So actually, I'm probably not going to get full speed on this. It might just go to about 150 kilowatts, perhaps, and the state of charge isn't low enough for it to get any more than that, probably. But we'll see. We'll plug in and we'll see. Okay, first of all, let's get that open. Can't see very well on the screen, but tap to start and connect. Bit of a short lead, and these things are impossible to do one-handed. because it's so heavy. Ah, blimey, they're so awkward, these IONITY things. Oh. God, that wasn't very graceful at all. Okay. Start. And I've got my Hyundai card here. I'm going to do that. And then we'll see what kind of speeds we get. So you start to hear some whirring noises. And we like whirring. Because you can't see anything on the screen at the moment, can you? Charging. So lots and lots of juice going down that cable, and if we get inside we'll see what kind of speeds we get. So I predicted 150, but I might not be right. But what happens is, so it's only saying 15 minutes to 80%. That's the crazy thing. So 15 minutes is really barely enough to run in and pee and then come back. But and obviously take the dog for a little walk and give it some water. But up here we've got all the stats, and what's going to happen is that the battery, you see, it's already getting hotter. Obviously all that electricity going into the battery, it makes it warmer. The warmer the battery is, the faster it goes, and there we go, you see. So we're already getting 183. That's nice. I'd be really surprised if it gets any more than that. But if we're really lucky, we'll get to 220 something. But I think it's probably going to stay there. If we got here with like 20% battery, then it would have got full speed probably. Baby, should we go for a little walk? Poor thing. So you'll see that already it's gone down to 140. So it didn't last long, that little bit of high speeds there. But still 13 minutes to 80%. I've got a rush really, haven't I? The interesting thing about IONITY in France, at least, I'm not sure about other places, but certainly not in the UK, is that they have CCS, but they also have AC and CHAdeMO, which is nice. We don't have that luxury in England. Okay, right, I'm charged up to 85%, and now we're going to go to IONITY Champfleury. Battery, by the way, is at 31 degrees now, battery minimum, 31 degrees. So the next charge should be full speed. There are two fast chargers of IONITY there, and then one kind of CHAdeMO AC one, which wouldn't be as fast. And the Porsche Taycan, beautiful green Porsche Taycan, was trying to charge on the other one and it wasn't working. So I moved and then he got charging on mine. So it was really lucky that I went to that one first. But I saw, funnily enough, I saw him at the Channel Tunnel as well. And he was at the desk, at the pet check-in desk next to me. And I heard him say, because they asked you what type of car you got, I heard him say it was electric. So I said, okay, great, you know, what electric car have you got? He said a Taycan Gran Turismo. And I thought, wow, brilliant. And he said, it's not, it's shit. I said, really? He said, yeah, well, car's great, but charging it's terrible. The Porsche sat-nav always takes me to these awful chargers. And now, of course, he's had problems with IONITY, so you know, this is why people get Teslas, you know. And he wanted to charge at Eurotunnel, but I think there was one or two chargers there that you could use, a few Tesla chargers, and then just one or two normal ones. So he wasn't very happy, and it just shows you at the moment we're still in this stage where it's just luck of the draw, really, if you get a charger working, I suppose. And also, he wasn't using a better route planner, so I've told him to use that. But he said he's getting rid of the car. I said, what are you getting next? He said, diesel. So that's depressing, isn't it? I said, just get a Tesla. And he said, well, yeah, well, they look shit. He was a lovely guy. I make him sound grumpier than he actually was. He was a lovely guy. But just frustrated, and I can understand it, you know. So hopefully he sticks with it and he doesn't get rid of the Porsche, because he loves the car. How can you not? Okay, so I just stopped to pee. I know a lot of people have a motto with electric cars: always be charging. ABC, always be charging. Mine is ABP, always be peeing. So what I've done is I just stopped because I realised that better route planner wasn't. I wasn't convinced it was sending me in the right place. And there's my wife calling. Ciao, darling.
Ciao, Gnagno.
Good Lord, that was loud.
Where are you?
I just stopped to pee. And I'm on my way to. I've booked the hotel that you recommended. I think I can probably.
Yeah, why? I saw that. Why?
Just because I think I can. I can make it probably down there. So it kind of make.
No?
Yeah, I think so. It kind of makes sense if I'm, to try and go as far as I can today. So anyway, before I was interrupted by the phone call, yeah. So I stopped at a rest stop and just checked on a better route planner, and I've now changed it. So I'm now staying over, instead of staying at a place near Champfleury, I'm now going to charge at Champfleury, which I kind of thought I was doing already anyway. And I'm going to stay in a place in Troyes, I think that's how you pronounce it. Right in the old town as well, so that's going to be quite picturesque, I imagine. And at the hotel, apparently they've got a car charger, but I haven't checked that. But worst case scenario, even if they don't, there's an IONITY very close to it, so that'll be fine. Okay, so we're at a toll booth. Let's jump across. Don't want to sit on the water bottle, that wouldn't be good. Right, so I didn't give myself concussion like I did last time, but I did manage to put a fully charged water bottle up my bottom. I'm not sure which is better. I mean, I love fully charged, but that's a bit much. Oh God, I've got to get another ticket. Tell you, this car makes it so much easier. The whole sliding over thing in this car, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now we'll play the usual game of which IONITY is actually working. Maybe they all are. Maybe they all are. I'm just being a bit dismissive there, sorry. 4.2 kilometers per kilowatt hour, 121 kilometers on the GOM, and it says to charge up to 74%. So looking up there, that says battery minimum 21 degrees. So I'm still not going to get full power. It just shows you. I mean, what's the temperature? 18 degrees. I've been driving this a lot, and it just doesn't really warm up that much, does it? Authorised payment. Again, we're not going to get full speed, but, well, it should get higher than that anyway. There we go. So what we will get up here, that battery minimum, that one that says 21 degrees, that's going to start going much higher. And so we might see the elusive 200 and whatever kilowatts. But anyway, all we really need to know, look, 15 minutes to 80%, which is good enough for me. Ciao, baby. I'm just trying to finish off the sandwich that I didn't finish earlier. It just stopped. It just died at 70%. Well, that's interesting. The charger detected an internal problem. Well, is it the car, I wonder? Is it the car or the charger? I thought it was going too well. Let's try again. I think it's probably the charger, because also I'm using the one that the e-tron had just used. Oh, no, there we go. Out of order. And it was going so well. I'm going to move the car over to another one and just top up to 80. Okay, well, let's give it another go. This one's in French. Let's see if we can change it to English, just because I am stupid. So yeah, I don't remember what a better route planner said. I think it said 80% to get to the next place. So I'll do 80%. Well, in fact, I'm going to walk baby a little bit first, and then whatever it is at by then, it'll be fine. Oh, look at that! It's doing that weird kind of. Oh, there we go. Well, I don't know what it's doing. It's going all over the place. But the IONIQ 5 does do this kind of weird thing at some point. I can't remember what point of percentage it is, but it does do a weird thing with the power. It kind of dips up and goes up and goes down, goes up, goes down. I'm not sure what it's doing. But anyway, that's all fine. Yeah, I'll just walk the dog. Baby. Where did I put your lead? Where did I put that? Alright, so we've got... What have we got? Oh, I think it's finished. I think it stopped again. Yeah, with 82% battery, that's absolutely fine. So, I've got to get to the hotel. I can't pronounce the name. Hotel Les Comtes de Champagne. And I think I've got plenty of charge, so it's no problem. I feel like another toll booth. I almost sound a banana then. That is unbelievable, that sunset. Okay, so I just jumped out and took a picture of the sunset because that was just immense, especially with the wind turbines. Wow. So they've got a recharging point here. Let's hope that the lead is long enough. Look at that, it's in. And it's charging. 5.7 kilowatts and 8 hours to 100%. And it's in a little enclosed garage. Brilliant. Look at that. Oh, good lord, the mess. Good morning. So, I was hoping to wake up at 6 AM just to get an early start. But for some reason the alarm didn't go off. Well, I say for some reason, it's probably because I didn't set it properly. So it's now, well, I woke at 7:15. I had hardly any sleep anyway because it's so noisy in this town with people walking past and being extremely loud. (2:30 in the morning. God. Do I sound like I'm getting old? Perhaps I am, but yeah. I think next hotel is not going to be in a city. I mean, this one was quite cheap. This was £55, and it had the EV charging, which is good. But yeah, no city hotel next time. Can't be doing with it. Here's the room where we slept last night. It's fine. Bit hot though, and yeah, the traffic outside. Well, actually, the pedestrians outside making a noise was the worst thing. Look at this dog. She's such a princess. I lug her bed all the way up from the car, but she's there instead. Baby, andiamo. Good to remember that. People can't just take your cable. You do have to unlock the car first. First stop then should be Langres, Perrogney. Oh dear, that can't be the right pronunciation. An IONITY charger. A better route planner is saying I'll get there with 40%. That probably means I'm going to get there with 55 or something. And it'll take 1 hour 11 to get there. So that's the first stop. I mean, it could go further than that, you know. That's the thing. But I think it's prioritising IONITY chargers, so that's probably why. Okay, so obviously we've got 100% battery, 342 kilometres on the gom. There's someone cycling with 2 baguettes in their backpack, which is absolutely wonderful. I mean, that's like, you couldn't get any more French than that, right? So I'm driving out of Troyes now. I mean, something I'm thinking about is it's a real pain when you're travelling a long distance and really just want to get to your destination as quick as possible. If you're not with a family or something, then staying in a place where you've got to get into a city, you know, and deal with all city traffic and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't make much sense. This is why people go to places like travel inns and things, isn't it? Holiday inns, whatever, on the main roads. I mean, they're a bit soulless, but they do serve a purpose, because you're actually cutting out quite a big chunk of time, really. Okay, well, I can see the IONITY chargers just there. Okay, so we're here with 56% battery, 3.9 kilometers per kilowatt hour. Stupid thing keeps saying wrong way, turn around safely. I would have wanted to deplete that a little bit more, but anyway, it's fine, all right. So, start. Okay, so 57 kilowatts at the moment. That should ramp up a little bit. It should go a little bit higher, really. How do I turn off this? I'm just going to stop the car. All right, 101 kilowatts. That's not too bad. Look, 11 minutes. Oh no, it's going down a bit. 11 minutes to 80%. I mean, that's going to do, surely. And it'll give me time to have a little snack and take baby for a little tiny walk. Baby. 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 Hey, Bella. She's a bit deaf. So here's an interesting thing. Those vents down there cool the battery if it needs it, but clearly it's trying to heat the battery up, so it's not doing that. Okay, well, we're already at 88%, so I'll get going. A better route plan is now suggesting Jura, IONITY Jura. God, I was here for 18 minutes. Time flies when you're eating a snack bar. 89%. We're good to go. 11:57 arrival. I don't even know what time it is. 10:23 now. 170 kilometres, and I've got 300 apparently on the go. The frustrating thing is that I've got to go 6 kilometres just to turn round. And now I've got to use the toll. Oh, in fact, this is going to. I'll have to do this twice, aren't I? It just seems so pointless. I pressed nav and it got rid of that message to say I'm driving on the wrong side. Weird, eh? And here we are, Air de Jura, with 38% battery, 115 kilometers on the GOM, and 4.5 kilometers per kilowatt hour. So, I don't remember what I've got to charge to, but I'm just going to plug in and then work it out from there. Now the solar roof is doing well, by the way. That's what we've got at the moment. Battery temperature 22. This is where I have to wrestle with the anaconda. It's absolutely beautiful here. As beautiful as a service station can be, of course. I'm just trying to get my dog to eat, but she's the fussiest dog ever. And she doesn't want to drink, despite panting in the car. She doesn't want to drink, and she doesn't want to eat anything. But, you know, what can you do? So this is the problem. I've gone in to get a sandwich, not even to eat it, to get a sandwich and a coffee and to go to the toilet. And it's at 95% already. I don't need it to be at 95%. So I'm going to stop it and then go. Still getting 27 kilowatts at 95%, and I've been here 28 minutes. So we've got 311 kilometers and 95% battery. It charges too fast. Let's see where we got to go to next. Oh God, I can't pronounce that. L'Île de Baralle. The layout of those chargers was brilliant. I wish it was always like that. We just kind of drive straight in and out. Oh, we just went the wrong way.
Continue on A39 for 8 kilometres.
Yeah, good. Another 8 kilometres detour. Well, in fact, 16 if you got 8 and then, oh God. You know, sat navs are all very good and everything, but sometimes they just don't update quick enough to be able to tell what exit you're going to go. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. I'm rubbish. 6% battery I wasted. Just for a stupid error. Oh god. I mean, I don't need it, that's the thing. But still. I've just got to go more slow on roundabouts and not care if there's someone behind me, you know. That's my problem, is I panic a little bit, I think. So at the moment I'm getting 4.3 kilometers per kilowatt hour. That's 2.67 miles per kilowatt hour. A lot of people will tell you that that's not very good efficiency, but you've got to think this car is big and it's got plenty of space inside, and I'm doing 80 miles an hour. 130 kilometers is about 80 miles an hour. Really most of the way, because so far I've really had no traffic jams. So I think that's pretty good. It's toll booth time again. Put this in. Oh, hit my head, usual. Good. The burst of hot air came through the window then. Beautiful day. I wish I was just sat in the sun with a nice glass of wine or something and not in a car, but anyway, it's fine. Soon, tomorrow I should be in Italy. I still have to book a hotel. I think I'm going to call this video "It Charges Too Fast." That's the clickbaity title that I'm going to choose for this, I think, because I keep thinking about it. And just when we were in the e-Niro, we were waiting around a lot for the car, and in this, it just I get back to the car after I've done my stuff and it's ready for me. So there we go. It charges too fast. Let's see what it's going to be like on the way back with Flaviana and Aurelia, because there's bound to be something that goes wrong. I'm going to plug in. I'm going to eat something. I'm going to let baby out for a pee. I'm going to send an email, and I'm going to see how much time that all takes. Up a little hill. This is a nice one. I like this with all the trees. Beautiful.
Your destination is on the right.
Yeah, stunning. And it's another one of these fantastic bays where you can just zoom in and out. 39% battery, 4.6 kilometers per kilowatt hour. 210. Yes. So I just walked the dog and it's at 73% battery already, just after 10 minutes. So I'm going to try and eat a sandwich as quick as I possibly can. Okay, so it's all stopped. Have I crashed it or something? I don't know whether this is going to do the weird jiggly thing that it sometimes does, or whether it's just stopped. It just seems to have stopped, doesn't it? Well, I'll eat my sandwich and see what happens. Okay, so now back up to 143. Yeah, it's just doing that weird jiggly thing that it does. I think it's when it overheats, maybe. And then it kind of goes back up again. I don't know how stopping for 1 minute helps too much, but maybe it does. Maybe it just cools the battery a bit more or something. I'm not sure. And here's my sandwich. Emmental crudité. I wish I could say it was good. It's certainly not bon. Simple, yes, but not bon. And then after this it says IONITY Freney, which is a beautiful one, I think, if it's the one I've been before. Yeah, it's stunning. I'm still eating the sandwich, right, there isn't enough time. 95%, right? So I'm going to stop now and get on my way. Tell it, if you're disabled, then you would really have a struggle, I think, with these cables and everything. I mean, they've got to be thick for all the cooling that it does along here, but really, it's so tough. So we got 96%, 307 kilometers on the gom. Okay, we're off to Aire de Freney. Hopefully, I don't take the wrong turn this time. So I've just realised I keep putting the tickets that I get from the toll booths in here, but I always worry they're going to fly away or something. And then I just realised that IONIQ 5 has the perfect place to put these. It's got a little magnetic bit. There we go. Job done. It's better than fart mode. So I've got smart cruise control on with 130 kilometers an hour. And wow, the scenery here is just stunning. If I don't end up living in the mountains at some point in my life, then there's just something wrong. Yeah, and it turned itself off anyway. The smart cruise control turned itself off, probably because it was starting to get a bit bendy, and I think and it started to slow down automatically a bit to 120, and then it just turned itself off. So just bear that in mind. You know, I mean, obviously your hand should be on the steering wheel anyway, but obviously it doesn't feel comfortable doing those kinds of bends at that speed. Fair enough. I don't feel that comfortable doing 130 around those bends. Okay, so this is Air du...
Turn right.
What is it? Air du Freney. Air du Freney. So I'll show you in a minute. It's beautiful, this charging stop. Good, okay. We've got 43... Let's turn down the fan. We've got 43%, 4.1 kilometers per kilowatt hour. 125 kilometers on the GOM. And this is probably going to be another frantic one. I've got to do my passenger locator form for Italy. That's something that's needed these days. I don't know whether it's COVID that requires it or Brexit. I can't remember. Yeah, so I've got to fill that in. But anyway, and I go to the toilet, give the dog a walk, all the usual stuff. Let's plug in. All right, start, scan. Click, click, click. Yeah, look at that. We're going to get nice full speeds again. Or pretty close to it anyway. I was just about to get out of the car and just pee quickly. Obviously I've got to leave the dog in here. I keep forgetting to turn off the fraud. What's it called? Anti-theft. There we go. Got to do that every single time. I mean, that is pretty weird that that vent is not opening. Unless it's stuck because of all the dead bugs. But really I would have expected that to open a little bit to cool it down. Maybe it will in a minute. Oh, there we go, look, you see? It's doing the 1 kilowatt thing. So the vent is open now, so obviously the battery is nice and toasty. Che bello qui, eh? Che bello. Again, it's doing it again. There's no one in the car. The alarm going off is really annoying me, and the reason is, I think, that just because I've got the windows open, anything that blows around in here, like bits of paper and stuff, is enough to set it off. But it's very annoying. Va bene baby, andiamo. Well, I didn't mean to charge to 100, but you know, it's quick, 38 minutes. I've got to get into Italy by 8:45 because that's when I did the COVID test back in England. So, and you have 72 hours. So 309 kilometers we get on 100% charge with all this motorway driving. So straight to Hotel Motel 2, that's where I'm going to stay. 1.5 hours to get there. It doesn't have a charger there, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, these IONITY chargers are so quick, aren't they? That if I find another IONITY charger, I can just get breakfast or something on the way. It's fine. I don't have to worry about charging overnight. Okay, so just about to go through the tunnel. €48 to go through there. Blimey. Beautiful tunnel though. I think we've just crossed the border. I just saw a little logo that said Italia. Surprisingly small and subtle. Hey. Well, we must be in Italy because there are trucks going far too fast. Anyway, it's stunning. Okay, another country, another toll booth. And with Italian ones, I think I have to go to the VIN card ones. I don't know whether it's contactless. I really wish I got a telepass thing. Oh, what's that? I think I've just scratched the alloy wheel. Shit. Another neat trick of IONIQ 5 is that it, when you go in a tunnel, it comes up with a message saying blocking outside air for comfort, which is quite a nice touch. It's 100 kilometers an hour in the tunnel, right? I mean, I saw the sign, but did I not get the memo that if you've got an Italian number plate, you can go 130. Oh, but here comes another one. Here comes another one. How fast? Okay, now. Oh, that's ridiculous. What? He just flashed. He flashed the other idiot just then, as if to say, "Get out of my way, idiot! I'm going faster than you." And there's always Audis and BMWs and Mercedes, isn't it? So you can tell we're going downhill now because it's 7.9 kilometers per kilowatt hour at the moment. So you kind of spend a lot of the time, I think, in France, kind of going up, 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 and then this side down, 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 which is nice. Right, toll booth again. Let's see if I can do it without scratching the alloy wheel this time. Or at least if I do scratch one, I'll try and do the other one so they match. So I've got 23 minutes to go. 18:43. I'll get there. I could probably keep going really, but I do feel like I want to have a little, you know, pretty decent rest and maybe actually eat something hot. Actually no, because I'm staying at some, like a motel or something, so I have to eat some of baby's food, maybe. Oh, is it here? Yep. Oh god, a bit harsh.
Turn left, then your destination will be on the right.
Tulip Inn. Shit. No. I changed it. I don't want this one. It must not have updated. Damn it. Maybe I just book this one and cancel the other one since I'm already here. Okay, well, a better route planner definitely had the hotel motel place on there. Definitely had that. But for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe it was an issue with Google Maps or maybe it's me being rubbish. Always possible. But it sent me to the previous place I had booked, the Tulip Inn. So 77% battery. There's actually superchargers just over there, apparently. But obviously it's no good for me. Oh, the warmth. Oh, beautiful. Right, before I go in the hotel, I'm going to look at this alloy wheel. Don't really want to. Don't really want to. Ciao, baby. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. You know, that's not too bad. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. I know a guy that will sort that out. I've got a scratch there as well. I definitely didn't do that one. E-lunch. I'm not sure if it's e-dinner as well. But frankly, I just need some pasta. Baby. Bella. Ah, do you remember the parched grass? They don't have rain in Italy, baby. So here's the room at the Tulip Inn. Actually quite nice. I have a view of the superchargers. Good lord, you're going for it, eh? So I got a Campari Spritz from the hotel. Their restaurant is not open, unfortunately. So I ordered a pizza on Just Eat. This pizza is enormous. You probably can't tell from there, but really, I mean, that's the size of my hand. I mean, that's too big, surely. I'm going to manage half of that. Anyway, what is it? Melanzane, aubergine, zucchini, peppers. Alrighty, let's try and demolish this pizza. A bit warm in here, isn't it? The air conditioning's on, but you know, Italy, dog, Italy. Good morning. That didn't sound very good, did it? Good morning. I'm just taking baby for a walk. Oh, and in terms of the hotel, it's actually really, it was quite nice and clean and everything. But I still didn't sleep very well because there was a kind of a buzzing coming from the fuse box. Really loud humming in there. Very annoying.
Stazione Recaricano X may be closed.
I don't know why it says destination may be closed for this for the first charging stop, but I think I'll just go onto plug share and I'll just double check that there's other stuff in that area. It's Tortona. There are two rapid chargers. I'm not sure you can see that, the orange ones, in Tortona. So I'll just head there and surely one of them will be fine. So this is going to be the first charger, well, the first one in Italy, and also the first one off a highway. There's a McDonald's there, kind of like a shopping zone, but it all looks a bit closed at the moment. Okay, you have arrived. Good, all right, well, let's see if this card does the trick. What have we got? We've got 4.3 kilometers per kilowatt hour, 44% battery. A better route planner said I would get here with 38%. So even with the crazy Italian driving, it's still all good. So I'm assuming this one is that one is the other one. So I'm going to press that. Now I don't know what speed this charger is. It might be a really fast one actually. What does it say? Juice pump Ultra 300. Well, there you go. That suggests it's 300 kilowatts. Okay, car scanner's connected. Let's have a look at the... Okay, so the battery is only at 14 degrees. The minimum battery, 14 degrees. So it's not going to get full speed, but I knew that anyway. So the battery's just not warm enough, even despite, it's funny isn't it, despite an hour of driving. So I'm only getting 69 kilowatts at the moment, but it still says 16 minutes to 80%, and I'm fine with that because, you know, I've got to walk the dog. I'll have a bite to eat probably. I mean, there is a McDonald's over there, but by the time I've walked over to McDonald's and then come back, it probably would have finished. Okay, so it's ramping up a little bit now, and it will. As the temperature of the battery gets higher, then it will probably, by the end of it, it will probably get to sort of 90, maybe 100 kilowatts or something. But anyway, that's fine. So the battery must have heated up just enough to increase the charging speed a little bit, so 105. We might even go up to 125, something like that. Baby, 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 tutto bene, tutto bene. Yeah, you look thoroughly displeased with the situation. Okay, well, charging is 69%. I haven't finished my bar, but I'll stop now because I'm going to try and keep to a better route planner's plan as best I can, just so I can keep some sort of schedule. It's ramped up to 123 kilowatts. Stop. Okay, 71%. Well, I was aiming for 69, but that'll do. So I was actually here for 15 minutes. God, it goes quick. So a better route planner actually said it would be 10 minutes, but a better route planner doesn't realise that the battery is too cold to get full speed. Okay, so next stop is going to be a motorway charger, an IONITY on the motorway. I was booking hotels really last minute, so I didn't have a chance to find one that had a charger. But obviously, if I'd found a charger last night, then I wouldn't have needed to do that charge there. So that's worth bearing in mind. If you're doing a trip and you're doing it with a bit more time and everything, then obviously find hotels with chargers, because it does make a lot of sense. If I had a Tesla, of course, I could use the Tesla superchargers that were there at that hotel yesterday. There's a horrible smell of burning rubber. Don't know what it is, but God, it stinks. So I was assuming it was a vehicle fire, but I think the smell is just burning rubber because people were driving too fast and they had to brake suddenly. That's the only reason. That's the smell of burning rubber. It's idiot Italian drivers driving too fast and then slamming on the brakes. Okay, so it looks like we're going to Versilia, Ovest. I can see a couple of people charging there already. I think it's a full house actually. Now there is one over there. I don't know what speed that is though. So I've got here with 26% battery. So there is a tritium charger there, but that's going to be a 50 kilowatt one. But there is an IONIQ there just reversing. Oh, I'm gonna... Oh really? No, you're joking. An Audi just went in there. Right, okay. God, there's chaos here. Okay. And there we have it. Nice and quick. So it's starting to slow down a bit. Yeah, still 18 minutes to 100%. I don't think I need to get to 100%. Stop. 95% battery, 308 kilometres. I'm just driving past the exit for Florence and Pisa. I really wish I was in Florence or Pisa right now, having some nice pasta with a glass of red wine and at the toll booth. It's getting a bit busy. So all the people on the left, they have telepass, which is a little thing that you just attach to your car, and you go straight through. Which I'm surprised actually more Italian people don't have it. All these are Italian cars. I'm in the queue with all the Italians, and I think you can get one that works in both France and Italy. I need to look into that. In fact, I meant to last time after the previous trip, but this particular trip now was a little bit last minute, so I didn't really think about it much. Better be quick this time to pay. I don't think anyone's going to be very patient. The worst bit of this is going to be the chaos on the other side when you've got 9 lanes of whatever this is, 9 lanes of toll booth traffic speeding up all at the same time to try and get into 3 or 4 lanes, whatever it is. Everyone is smoking. It's the stress of driving in Italy, probably. Well, I may be stuck in a queue, but at least the solar roof is generating 100%, so that's nice. Someone just tried to cut in and I didn't let them. Right. You can see with their body language, because they get the stretched arms out like that and they look straight ahead, and then they got distracted for a bit while the cars were moving on. So I'm not letting them in. I've been probably in this queue for longer than they are. Almost there. Let's get the window down and breathe in the exhaust fumes. I don't know how long I've been stuck here. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Feels like 45 minutes, probably wasn't. Okay, it's my turn. This is scarier than being on a roller coaster, I tell you. Don't scratch the alloys, Andrew.
Introdurre il biglietto. Introdurre il denaro o la tessera. Prego attendere, validazione in corso. Ritirare la tessera. Arrivederci.
They can all thank me behind for being so fast. This stretch of road just after that toll booth is so bad. It's so bumpy and full of holes. Bloody hell. I mean, look at that. This road is so bad that smart cruise control just turned itself off. I'm almost at the charger. I'm almost home to the apartment. Still in Tuscany. I've been driving through Tuscany all this time. Beautiful. Just about to cross into Lazio. Lazio is where Rome is. Here we go. So there's a blue sign here. Toscana's crossed out. We've got Lazio. After far too long driving, it should be around here somewhere. Not there, not there, not there. Here. And then a bit too quick there.
Your destination is on the right.
Is it though? Is it? This doesn't look like a charging station to me. There is an old station here. Let's have a look. Is it just behind there? Is it behind me? It's not very obvious. Oh God, look at it. There it is. They're just there. They're there. Yeah, it all looks a bit abandoned around here. But I'm so glad it didn't go back on the road. Good. Alright then. So, 21% battery, 73 kilometres on the GOM, and 4.8 kilometres per kilowatt hour. Okay, baby. We'll go for a little walk in the whatever there is here. And that 3 hours 26 in the car, which is quite enough for me. So here we are with this 250 kilowatt juice pumps. Right. You can do it. You can do it. Let's try again. Unless I can't use it with this. Maybe I've got to use the Enel app. Okay, there we go. So I just had to use the app then. And what have we got? 130, 140, 147, 148. And this wonderful dog in here needs to go for a little walk and have some water. It's a weird place, this. It looks like an abandoned hotel or something, but I don't know. Hopefully it's open, because I really fancy a coffee. But yeah, this is the last charging stop then. After this, it's about 45 minutes to get to the apartment. Just going to go inside and pee, but what I'm going to do is just turn on the air conditioning. Yeah, there's no dog mode, so I don't think I can even lock the car while this is going. So what I'm going to do is just record on here, just so if anyone comes to the car to try and steal anything, they'll be on video. Unless they steal that, of course. It's not a great plan, is it? You still here? Good. So let's see how long. We're at 93% and it's charging at 47 kilowatts. It's probably dipped down a little bit actually, because I've got the air conditioning on for baby. But that's going to do. That's easily enough to get to the apartment. So I'm going to stop it, which I've got to do with the Enel app. There we go. 28 minutes. Time really flies, you know. A nice bit of Enel. So it's 67 kilometres, I've got 312. It takes 43 minutes. And tolls will be involved, unfortunately, but it gets there. Means I get there quicker, so that's good. My friend Felix said on Twitter that I probably would have spent more money on tolls than I have with charging, and I bet that's true. I hate to think how much this will cost. It's probably cost more than taking a plane, that's the annoying thing, you know. Almost there, 1 minute away. Wow. I think it's been quite easy, I think. This car is wonderful. That's my takeaway from this whole adventure. It's so comfy. I mean, so much space. I've got so much crap in the car that it's been pretty easy, I think. The hardest bit is going to be to find a place to park. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get out again. I'm here, what have we got? 75% battery. We had 4.2 kilometers per kilowatt hour. The odometer, 9,974 kilometers. Wow, that was easy. And now I've just got to edit all this footage. Okay, right. I'm really hoping that there's a glass of white wine waiting for me. That's what I really need right now. Andiamo, baby. Baby. Vieni. Ciao. Thank you very much for watching, and please press the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of other videos, including the video of us all going back. We just tried one, and that's not working. Okay,
I wasted half an hour just for nothing.
Oh dear. Good. All right. Bye for now.